If your relationships are not working out the way you want them to, I got one simple question that's going to help you get them back on track. What's up, team? It's Dan, your head coach at PSYFI Performance Psychology, where we help high performers like you with 2-minute tools. So one of the things that's consistently coming up in my life with a lot of my clients is their relationships and how they're not exactly where they want to be. Why is this? Well, as we get older, it becomes more challenging to maintain relationships and particularly to actually start new ones. So if you're having trouble with this is going to be right for you, and it's going to be one simple question. I want you to ask yourself this question: what are you afraid to share? What are you afraid to share? Most of the time our relationships are suffering and not going at the depth that we want them to go is because us. Remember, we are always in control and we always have a choice. So if we're in control and we have a choice, we can be transparent, we can be vulnerable, we can lead with vulnerability in order to reciprocate vulnerability. Remember, if you start the giving and receiving loop, most people start wanting by having to receive, and it never happens. But if you give first, this is going to be a huge thing for you. So what does this look like? Literally asking yourself, out of the presence of this person, what are you afraid to share? Are you afraid to be transparent with them? Are you afraid to be vulnerable with them? Are you afraid to tell them some of your darkest secrets? Are you afraid to tell them that you're worried about losing them? You're worried about missing them? You're worried about them hurting you, thinking you're weak? Share this. The best thing you can do is know early on in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, intimate, or family, that whether or not you can trust these people, whether or not you want them to have some kind of depth to this relationship. And if you can't answer that question, you can't share this stuff with them, they're not for you. And it would be better to know now than later. So team, take this out, ask that question: what are you afraid of? When you figure that out, share it with this person. And of course, make sure you're sharing this with other high performers like you so they can improve their relationships as well.